male protagonist of this anime is a wolf. He lives in an animal world where eating meat is illegal and is always despised by others for being too large. To make himself look less aggressive, he always walks with his head down, just like a gentle husky. Unexpectedly, a rabbit awakens his nature as a beast. This rabbit is famous for being good at communicating with others, and all the males around her are her prey. The wolf has a crush on the rabbit, but the latter has close relationships with many males and is very cold to the wolf. Will they have intimate interactions? Let's see. At the beginning of the story, a classmate ruthlessly kills an alpaca named Tim. This horrifying event puts the campus in panic, and it intensifies the already delicate relationship between carnivores and herbivores to a freezing point. Els, like Tim, is a member of the drama club. After Tim died, she is terrified that she would be the next victim. During the club event, Els notices a large gray wolf staring at her. This exacerbates her fears, and she does not even dare to go back to the dormitory alone after the event. The male protagonist, Legosor, is the large gray wolf who secretly pays attention to Els, but he just wants to fulfill Tim's last wish. Without any malicious intent, Tim liked Els very much, but he never found the right opportunity to confess his feelings to her. Legosor, Tim's friend, offers to send Els a confession letter on behalf of Tim. Els doesn't expect Legosor to have such a gentle side and thanks him. After granting Tim's final request, Legosor lays down a bunch of flowers at the spot where Tim was killed. The popular senior Luis also arrives to pay his respects to Tim. Luis is not only the drama club president, but also the heir to his family's business, which grants him a high status in the school. Due to the recent terrorist events, the school prohibits the drama club from rehearsing at night, determined not to delay their rehearsals. Luis chooses to have the tall Legosor stand guard in front of the auditorium. Now that we've talked about Legosor's story, let's see what happens to the heroine Haru. Haru is a harmless Dutch mini rabbit with a very cute appearance. Even among herbivores, Haru is the weakest. Since someone spreads rumors in the school that Haru is a bad girl who meddles in others' relationships, no girl wants to be friends with her, and she is excluded even from eating in the cafeteria. The one behind all this is a harlequin rabbit. Because her boyfriend has a crush on Haru, she feels insulted. Haru often has intimate interactions with males, which says that her boyfriend cannot stand the temptation. The harlequin rabbit is enraged by Haru and vows to expose her ugly side. As the night descends, Legosor reaches the entrance of the auditorium, feeling nervous about being caught by the guards. Suddenly, he senses the presence of a herbivore nearby. The sweet scent stirs up his animal instincts. Legosor traces the herbivore's breath, and there he discovers Haru. Legosor has been suppressing his instincts, and although he wants to do nothing to Haru, the demon inside him always tempts him. Just as Legosor is preparing to attack Haru, an accident occurs in the auditorium. Haru seizes the opportunity and escapes. Instead of chasing Haru, Legosor rushes into the auditorium and finds the injured Louis. Louis accidentally falls in order to save someone. He says he has no problem and lets Legosor help him leave. From that day on, Legosor has fallen into self-doubt because of his guilt for Haru. At this time, the fox and the hyena fight in the canteen, watching them tear each other apart. Legosor thinks of himself yesterday. On impulse, he stops them with a shout. The fox is enraged by Legosor and asks if he wants to fight as well. Legosor doesn't want to get involved. He knows that the fox is no match for him and is thinking about how to lose to him naturally. The argument in the cafeteria grabs Louis' attention, prompting him to step in and stop them. The fox can't help but think Louis is being hypocritical, believing that his righteous behavior is just a way to gain popularity and become the next Beastars. Being the Beastars means holding a prestigious position as the school's leader, and it's a completely different level of status. Louis advises the fox to accept his own flaws and not embarrass himself in front of everyone in the cafeteria. Since Louis has a lot of supporters, the fox reluctantly walks away. Observing Legosor, Louis notices that he's holding back, and even considering losing to the fox on purpose. He thinks that Legosor's appearance and personality don't quite match up. Louis is proud and has extremely high demands on himself. Even if he is physically injured, he insists on performing on stage. Louis is an herbivore, but he wants to play a powerful carnivore, which is the belief he wants to convey in his performance. In the dressing room, Legosor looks at Tim's costume and suddenly understands Louis' idea. In order to maintain the balance between carnivores and herbivores, Louis is saddled with a lot of pressure. At this time, Legosor receives a task to go to the gardening club to get flowers, but he never expects to meet Haru here. Legosor tries to make an excuse to leave, but his companion, the anteater, slips away first. Legosor is forced to stay and spend some time alone with Haru. He wants to apologize to Haru for attacking her, but can't find a chance to speak. For some reason, Legosaur has a crush on Haru. As long as he can look at her, he feels very satisfied. Unexpectedly, Haru misunderstands that Legosaur wants to have intimate interaction with her and to throw herself at him. This startles Legosaur a lot. He covers Haru with a blanket and hurries away from the gardening club. The anteater catches wind of the rumors about Haru and is worried that Legosaur might be tempted. Nevertheless, Legosaur considers Haru a good girl and refuses to believe the rumors. Let's take a look at Lewis's story, because Lewis has been working hard to rehearse. His injuries are getting worse and worse. He doesn't want to succumb to physical weakness, but to make himself stronger. At this time, Legosaur comes to ask Lewis about the props. Lewis sees the powerful Legosaur and feels very inferior. He angrily asks Legosaur why he is living so weakly. Legosaur feels that being powerful doesn't make sense to him, and that carnivores shouldn't show their fangs to herbivores. At the same time, Louis also reminds Legosaur that he is a powerful male wolf and should recognize himself. Although his encounter with Haru is not good, he knows he wants to see her again. During the performance day, Lewis gets injured but still manages to impress the audience with his excellent show, earning applause. However, after the performance, Lewis's legs are completely dead and he collapses on the stage. Since the show has ended, the audience doesn't notice anything abnormal about Louis. After treatment, Louis gradually regains consciousness. However, he is too injured to participate in the next performance. Louis is proud by nature and cannot accept the sympathetic gazes of others. Eventually, Louis forces himself to remain calm and hands over the role to Bill. Since Legosaur is very close in size to Bill, he replaces Bill's previous role. They are all carnivores and put on wonderful performances in the fight scenes. Before the show begins, Legosaur smells a peculiar smell on Bill. He recognizes it is rabbit blood and punches Bill hard. Animal blood is equivalent to stimulants for carnivores, and Bill wants to use the effects of stimulants to better play the role. Unable to change Bill's decision, Legosaur vows to beat Bill on stage to avoid an accident. Sadly, there is a noticeable power difference between wolves and tigers. Legosaur gets beaten by Bill and is forcefully knocked down. As things are about to get out of hand, Louis steps in to save Legosaur. Bill's angry demeanor makes it hard for him to keep playing positive roles. When Lewis learns about this, he modifies the storyline. He drives Bill away to make the narrative flow more smoothly and believably. After the show, Legosaur and Bill voluntarily admit their mistake. Unexpectedly, Louis picks up Bill's bottle and exposes his unauthorized use of animal blood. Lewis, believing that their actions have tarnished the stage, orders them to suspend the activities of the club and his capacity as president. But due to the reporter's intervention, Louis changes his mind. In keeping with the drama club's honor, Louis claims that their performances were planned long ago. This performance is to show everyone that although they are in a complex world, everyone is suppressing themselves. But as long as they have faith, they can usher in the light. Louis maintains his perfect persona, but only he knows that it is against his values. As in the past, Louis would come to Haru when he was in a bad mood. Haru has intimate relationships with many males, and Lewis is one of them. After school, Haru once again faces mistreatment from the Harlequin rabbit. The rabbit believes that Haru is interfering with her relationship with her boyfriend, so she berates her. As Haru fights against them, Legosaur happens to witness the situation. The other herbivores, intimidated by Legosaur's strength, quickly run away. To Haru's surprise, Legosaur comes to her aid and she decides to thank him by inviting him. Legosaur has no relationship experience and tries to get close to Haru, but doesn't know how to get along with her. Haru instinctively fears Large Grey Wolf and just wants to get distant from him. While dropping Haru back to her dormitory, Legosaur offers to buckle her shoes. The distance between them is brought closer, and Legosaur sees Haru's face for the first time. He is sure he likes Haru very much, and as long as he could look at her, he would be willing to get his tail dirty. Afterward, Legosaur rescues a she-wolf named Juno. Juno is a freshman in high school who recently joins the drama club. She has long heard that there is a docile senior large gray wolf. After meeting Legosaur, Juno's affection for him grows. Since Legosaur has to attend club activities, he quickly parts ways with Juno. Following the club's request, Legosaur and his buddies are heading to the city hall today to discuss cultural festivals. Louis also advises them not to go to the black market. On the way back, they accidentally break into the black market. The old sheep tells Legosaur that he could pay to eat his fingers. Bill is so excited that he offers to raise money to buy fingers. Legosaur is resistant to this, but his companions agree that this is normal. Since the existence of the black market allows adult carnivores to remain peaceful, Legosaur doesn't expect the world to be filled with darkness as an adult, unable to do anything to herbivores. He leaves angrily. At this time, a panda named Gohan snatches Legosaur. Gohan runs a clinic on the black market and suspects Legosaur is the killer because of the recent killings of herbivores. Legosaur remembers the first time he met Haru, saying he had attempted a crime. Gohan has seen many carnivorous animals that violate the principles and is very wary of Legosaur. Legosaur confesses his identity as a high school student and speaks out about his affection for Haru. Gohan has the idea that Legosaur likes Haru because of his hunting instinct, as if he wants to eat her. It's a distorted perception. Taking into account Legosaur's age, Gohan hands him an adult magazine. If Legosaur doesn't react to it, then it means he really wants to eat Haru. After leaving the clinic, Legosaur bumps into his friend Oba. Oba escapes from the black market and he can't eat the fingers of the old sheep at the thought of his herbivorous friends. This moves Legosaur a lot. Legosaur, like Oba, struggles to control his instincts. Legosaur then re-engages in campus life. Of the food served in the cafeteria, Legosaur's favorite is Wednesday's egg sandwich. But what he doesn't know is that Wednesday's eggs are served by his tablemate. The hen gives her eggs to the cafeteria every Wednesday, a job she is very proud of. She believes that the quality of eggs is related to the dignity of hens, and she works hard every day to lay high-quality eggs. Next, let's see the story of Haru and Louie. Their first encounter happened 2 years ago, when Haru accidentally ran into Louie while he was changing his horns. Louie had a haughty personality, making sure no one witnessed his moment of embarrassment. Since Haru was the only member of the gardening club, Louis decided to spend some time there by paying a corresponding fee. Instead of accepting the money, Haru couldn't bear to ignore Louis's injuries and offered to tend to his wounds. As they spent time together, Louis and Haru grew close, sharing intimate moments. However, their relationship was not meant to come to fruition, as Louis had already informed Haru about his engagement to another person. As Haru prepares to leave the gardening club, she meets Legosaur, although Louis claims that he and Haru are only friends. Legosaur smells Haru's scent on him. Perhaps Legosaur has guessed their relationship. He doesn't want to believe it. After experiencing the black market incident, Legosaur begins to doubt his feelings for Haru, unsure if he really likes her. At this time, Juno comes to Legosaur's side. She has a crush on Legosaur and even begins to fantasize about their happy life after marriage. Unfortunately, Legosaur doesn't know anything about Juno's thoughts, just treating her as the younger sister of his kind. Meanwhile, Legosaur's close friend Jack stumbles upon an adult magazine in his dorm room, seeing the sexy bunny on the cover. Jack becomes concerned that his friend has turned into a pervert. To clear things up, Legosaur opens up to Jack about his feelings for Haru. He assures Jack that he has no interest in such magazines as he fears that he might inadvertently hurt Haru, thinking it's best to keep his distance. Legosaur tries to suppress his emotions for Haru. However, feelings cannot be easily ignored. Witnessing the intimacy between Haru and Louis, Legosaur is overwhelmed with emotions. In that moment, he realizes his feeling for Haru, because Haru is always alone. Legosaur, worrying about her safety, offers to escort her back to school. When it comes to Haru and her private life, Legosaur hopes she will cherish herself. Haru feels that a powerful carnivore like Legosaur cannot understand how difficult her situation is. They have an argument which catches the attention of the guards. Haru, fearing that Legosaur would be caught, drags him into hiding. After the night passes, Legosaur and Haru become much closer. On the occasion of the cultural festival, Juno shows amazing cohesion and is completely integrated into the club, fearing that his position would be challenged. Louis has a conversation with her. Juno wants to become B-Stars and officially challenges Louis. Louis sees Juno's ambitions, but he doesn't think she'll succeed. Even Legosaur, whom she likes, is unlikely to like her. Juno has a hunch that Legosaur might already have a girlfriend, so she decides to observe him closely for a while. During a sudden power outage, Juno gains insight into Legosaur's true intentions. Concerned about Haru's well-being, Legosaur rushes to her side as quickly as he can. In the darkness, Haru can't see Legosaur's face and mistakenly thinks he's Louis. Despite the misunderstanding, Legosaur doesn't mind at all. As long as Haru is safe and sound, he feels at ease and has no complaints. Later, Louis's secret is revealed. When Louis was 5 years old, he was caught on the black market because his desire to survive. He attracted the attention of a rich merchant. The rich merchant locked Louis in a room full of carnivores and gave him a knife. At that time, Louis had no power to fight against carnivores and could only choose to end his life. The rich merchant rescued Louis in time and decided to adopt him. Louis was raised as an heir from an early age and was under great pressure, so he desperately wants to get rid of the past and becomes B-Stars. Louis's road to success is full of ups and downs. The carnivores do not want Louis to be the leader and intend to attack him secretly. Thankfully, Legosaur stops the carnivores' plot. Legosaur admires Louis and feels he is the best person to lead them. In order to better protect Louis, Legosaur decides to deal with his feelings. The love confession seems destined to fail, and Legosaur is ready to be rejected. However, Haru keeps interrupting him, causing Legosaur to postpone his confession for a day. Haru feels that she and Legosaur are too different, and she is troubled by how to turn him down. Just at that moment, a group of lions captures her. 3 herbivores witness the scene and ask the staff for help. The mayor learns of Haru's capture and lies that he will find Haru as soon as possible to keep them quiet. On the one hand, the mayor is also a lion, and he has always promoted that lions are kind animals, so he does not allow the image of lions to be destroyed. On the other hand, if it is the lions who kidnapped Haru, she must have been killed, and there is no need to look for her. Meanwhile, Haru becomes the prey of the lion group leader. The group leader asks Haru to take a shower first, in order to perfect her flesh. To keep Haru's capture a secret, the mayor informs Louis about it and uses his black market involvement to coerce Louis into acting as if everything is normal. Afraid of the secret being exposed, Louis reluctantly agrees to the mayor's demands. When Legosaur seeks Louis's help, Louis declines, choosing to sacrifice Haru for the sake of the city's peace. This deeply disappoints Legosaur, and he resolves to go alone to rescue Haru. While searching for clues on the black market, he meets Gohan. Gohan reminds Legosaur that the lion group is a criminal gang of 35 lions that he can't defeat alone. Legosaur still refuses to give up and insists on rescuing Haru. He tracks Haru's scent to the secret base of the lion group, but before he can enter the door, he is caught by a lion. When Legosaur is in danger, Gohan saves him. Gohan is moved by Legosaur and decides to help him get his wish. With Gohan's help, Legosaur breaks into the top floor of the base. Haru is now looking back on her life. She was born into an ordinary family, and her mother always taught her to prioritize her own safety. Being naturally frail, Haru got used to receiving sympathetic looks from others and craved equal treatment. Eventually, she realized that she was only truly recognized when engaging in intimate interactions with others. She enjoys that feeling and had successive encounters with males. However, she never expected someone like Legosaur to exist. He doesn't pity her weakness. Instead, he cares for her in his own unique way. Haru was deeply moved by Legosaur and made up her mind to rebel against the group's leader. Unfortunately, Haru is too weak to confront the powerful team leader. Just as Haru is about to be killed, Legosaur comes to the scene to protect Haru. Legosaur shows his bestiality and takes down the group leader. Legosaur then leaves the base with Haru. Because of Legosaur's kindness, he spares the group leader's life. The group leader tries to shoot Legosaur, but is stopped by Louis. Louis hates the carnivores so much that he kills the group leader with his own hands. Legosaur is unaware that Louis saved his life. Because it is too late, they miss their train back to school and are left with no choice but to stay in a budget-friendly love hotel. This situation presents a significant opportunity for Legosaur to come clean and admit that he was the carnivore who attacked Haru. However, to his surprise, Haru has already known about it for a long time. Legosaur risks his own safety to save her, which deeply moves her. Just as they're about to have close contact, Haru is influenced by her rabbit instincts and hides inside Legosaur's mouth. At this moment, they finally realize the distance between carnivores and herbivores. Legosaur doesn't dare to have any more thoughts about Haru. As long as she is alive, it is enough. Back at school, Legosaur is taken to the infirmary because of his physical injuries. Juno immediately comes to visit Legosaur and expresses her admiration for him. Even if Legosaur likes Haru, Juno doesn't want to give up her feelings for him. When she meets Haru, Juno realizes that they haven't had intimate interaction yet and officially challenges her. During the cultural festival, Juno wins the favor of the audience with her graceful dance performance. As soon as the show ends, Juno publicly praises Legosaur for his bravery in rescuing an herbivore, highlighting how carnivores can be kind and caring. With their efforts, she hopes they can bring about positive changes in the world. During a ceremony that must be performed by the couple, Juno confesses her feelings to Legosaur. The image of them together hurts Haru, and she develops an inferiority complex and quietly leaves the scene. But Legosaur only has Haru in mind, and he does not accept Juno and follows Haru closely. Legosaur knows that he will not eat Haru and wants to take the opportunity to confess his feelings to her. Haru has low self-esteem, and she has been trying to suppress her feelings. Before Legosaur confesses, Haru chooses to escape. Legosaur catches up with Haru and confesses his intentions. He wants to become stronger so that he can fight the traditional idea of separation between carnivores and herbivores and overcome his bestiality. Haru is tempted to grab Legosaur's hand, but she eventually backs off. Because there are too many uncertainties in the future, Haru can only say that she is willing to wait for him to become stronger. Towards the end of the story, Louis, who has been absent for several days, finally comes back to school. Nobody knows the experiences he went through during his absence, but there's something noticeably changed about him. That brings the end of this anime. The author tries to reflect human nature through animals, and the core of his creation is to tell us how to find a balance in a world which is dominated by the strong, so that the nature of the world will not be exposed. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more video like this.